What up, world? This is your boy, Ruby Rev. Welcome back to another segment of Real Rap in the Air. And today I have a special guest with me, Dr. Kiki Hurt. How you doing today?
I am fabulous. How are you?
I'm doing good, real good. As I was saying, before we kind of connected that, it just seems like we don't ever have enough time in the day. Do you ever feel like that?
Oh, absolutely. Sometimes my days don't end till the next day. So
wow.
I do feel that way.
Man, the same here. So I definitely feel you. So, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Today we're going to have a very interesting interview from what I've been, kind of talking to Dr. Hurt a little bit. So I want you to go ahead and start talking to the audience, kind of tell them a little bit, what you do, kind of briefly, give them a brief bio.
Okay. Well, basically, I am a physician. I'm an MD. I practice 3 different types of medicine. I'm an internist. I'm board certified in internal medicine and anesthesia as well as in critical care. And I do all types of critical care from trauma to neuro to cardiac to whatever. And I've been doing this for about 14 years. And so about a year ago, I decided to find a different way to practice medicine, to try and reach patients in a way that patients could actually hear it. Because the best thing that you can do to get people to take care of themselves is to educate them. And so that's when I came up with the concept of global music and the number 4, life, global music for life. And what Global Music for Life is we are a record company and we produce music, and in that music we deliver a message, whether it be medical or positive. Just about you got one life. It's kind of like YOLO, as Drake says. You only have one. You only live once. So with that one life, we want you to take as best care of it as you possibly can. So when we make music with messages, but we don't cram health information down your throat. What we do is we listen to beats. And if I come up with a beat or I produce a song that I like, and it's usually a song that a 5-year-old has listened to and they have started to dance to. If a 5-year-old won't dance to the beat, we don't put the music out. And you may not get the message the first time, like we have songs like Check, Check, and what it is a song about breast cancer. The hook is check, check, check. I check mine, you check yours. But, when you listen to it, it sounds like any other rap music you would hear or hip-hop music or R&B music that you may hear on the radio or you may hear it in a club. I mean, because we try to make sure our music bounces.
Hey. Oh. Hey. Okay, she get fouled. Everything I do stands for something. How you think I keep the party jumping? Hey, we just out here trying to function, have a good time. Make sure you keep the speakers bumping. I'm making big money, making big moves, like Magic Johnson to the Dodgers, big shoes.
But we really try and hit home to the kids and to the younger generation, and we bring in the violin, the hip-hop violinist, because I find myself catching a lot of the older generation because they like the violin. And if you keep listening to a song, eventually whatever's going on in that song, you will get it into your head, kind of like conjunction, what's your fun?
Right. Yeah.
Remember that? Schoolhouse Rock. That was
that.
the way
I old school right there now.
Yeah. So that's basically what we are. We deliver health information via music, and we try and deliver it to everybody. So we try and use various languages on the hooks. I generally write the poetry and the medicine behind the records. Sometimes I actually write the lyrics. But basically, I make sure that if it's a medical song, that it is the medicine is sound. And if it's not, and it's just something about, I'm a winner where the hook is losing not an option, then I let the artist go, just go crazy with it. It's just, we don't use cursing or anything like that. It's all about positivity, just getting people to take care of themselves and, live that best life that you can. And we use the tool of music to do it. So that's it in a nutshell.
Wow, that sounds amazing. I know when I was talking, to your connect that kind of, led me your way. He was telling me, about you, and I'm like, what? Music that promotes health? What do you mean? Like I've never heard anything about it. But when I started, doing my research and checking it out, I was like, wow, this is pretty interesting. It's definitely, something that I think will be great, for the community. So I'll be the first to say that, coming from my side, But how did you just think of this? Like, this is just something that you thought up one day?
You know what? It was funny. I was in a restaurant and I was listening to Teach Me How to Dougie, Teach Me How to Dougie, Teach Me How to Dougie. I'm like, what the heck is a Dougie? And then I started, doing the research, realized it came back from, they were talking about Dougie Fresh, but it was a song or some words that were just always in my head when I was just doing whatever. And then I started to really look at music and the power of music and what people were doing music across the country. And then I started looking at the fact that I was singing songs that I didn't even know what the words were, but the beats were in my head. And I was like, you know what, if I can do that, or if someone can do that and people don't even know what they're talking about, and if they buy that song just because they like the way it sounds, then we can do that with medicine. I can, produce music with a sound that people like, with the message, and they may not get it the first time or the second time, but it's going to get stuck in their heads. And so we went from this idea that I had that people were like, oh, no, that's kind of risque, to me actually putting that music out, and people are listening to this music all across the world. We're on stations in the UK. One of our biggest hits is called Can't Go Out Like That, and it's about diabetes. And, so it's just like, but like I said, if it won't bounce in the club, we don't put it out. I won't produce it. So that's how I came up with it. Yeah.
Wow. So you already have people like going hard on this right now.
Oh yeah. So what I do is I'll sit down, let's say, and I'll come up with a concept. Or I'll listen to like all the music that's out there, and I'll see what is, who's going platinum, and then based on whoever's going platinum, either I will buy the mechanical rights to that beat. Like ICU, I bought the mechanical rights to the song Headlines by Drake. And then I'll take that beat and I may add a violin or a cello or something to it, and I'll make it bounce. We'll make it bounce in the club. And so I'll find a producer. Like I use a producer from Atlantic Records right now, and he helps me to make it has those little tidbits that make that song, gives it whatever the radio stations need. And then I'll go and I'll find an artist who, maybe that artist hasn't really gotten out there. Maybe he's still trying to get out there. But if he, he has that voice, like Kay Jackson does ICU with me, and he played on Everybody Loves Chris. But if you listen to the way he lays that song, it's like it comes out hard, but that song is really a song about the passion that I have for medicine. You know what I'm saying? But it sounds like anything that you would hear anyone else sing. Like a lot of people say, oh, Kay Jackson sounds like DMX. Oh, you know what, he sounds a little bit like Drake, he sounds like this. But when you really listen to it, you hear the message in the song. But at first you would just bounce it to it, So, it's one of those things where if I just tell you about it, then people are like kind of turned off. But then when they hear it, they're like, I like it.
Yeah, yeah. So we need to get Revy Rev on one of these, spitting on one of these songs.
hey, come on, baby, come on with it. We're like,
I am not a rapper. I will stay to entertaining. I'll be the first to tell you that.
Well, I'm not either, but it's like I will do whatever's necessary to get you to take care of yourself. So if I got to rap, boom, I'll figure it out. And that's the thing about art and music. It's like, you don't have to be the best at it. You just got to have that desire and that heart. And, go in the studio and you do it. You just do it. And that's what my artists do. That's what I do. It's like I knew nothing about, rapping or producing or anything like that. But now I know how to use Pro Tools. I know how to, sit there and play with the auto-tune and get whatever done. And it was because I had this desire to help people, but help them at a level where they could actually understand it. Nobody wants to be told, doctor, don't eat bacon. They're just like, whatever. But if, if you look, we have some animated videos, and you see the little kid, and he's not eating the veggies are disappearing. I mean, the veggies are appearing, and the sweets are disappearing. You see him running up the stairs versus taking the elevator, and it's all in an animated form. Then I have people that can't take care of that out their heads, because we say take care of that in English and in Spanish and in Japanese, and then they see the video. They can't get the video out their heads because their kids want to see it over and over and over. Mm-hmm. So, it was an idea, and I decided to make it a reality,
Wow. And I'm sitting here looking at this website, and it's nice. Like, I really like it. Like, it's good.
Thank you.
Do you guys have, like, are you involved in any magazines? I mean, have you been in any magazines? I see here on your page there's something about Hype Magazine. Have you worked with them, or?
I did the interview with them yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Because, the first thing I had to do was get the product out.
Right.
You know, so once, because no one believed that I could do it, you know, so now the product is out, and as of July 31st, we're a year old. The product is out. We have 20 songs across the world that are being played on some college radio stations, some FM radio stations, a lot of the blog radio stations. And so instead of, because, everything's been financed by me, so basically it was like, okay, instead of focusing on sales, I'm going to focus on just making sure people hear.
Right.
So a lot of times I'll get up and I'll just put the music out there, on people's Facebook pages. You'll see me on NCIS a lot because it's like 15 million people. So maybe 144,000 people at least see GM4L. That's the acronym for Global Music for Life. It's GM and then number 4 and L. And so if you can just keep seeing it, then eventually the money will start to come. And the money that does come from this organization will go back out to help the people. It will not be money that goes to build $1 billion empire for myself. The money I wanted to go back out to build hospitals, to build schools, to build programs and art programs in the schools that help people to be better people. So I have a vision far beyond just music. It's taking the money earned from that music and doing things with it so that you make a difference in the world. And that's why it's called global.
Someone asked me, Dr. Hurt, what is the source of your compassion? My response, simple, because I see you. I see you as someone's son, someone's daughter, someone's mother, possibly someone's only reason for living. Thus, I see you.
I'll never leave you, I'm right here, right by your side because I care, don't give a damn about your health care provider. I'll provide you with attentiveness, patience for all my patients.
Oh, that's amazing. That's good. That's really good. It's amazing me because I'm just hearing about it, but it's just so much that's already done. And when I went to the website, I was very intrigued. I was like, wow, like this is amazing. Like she has a website, it looks good. So it's good to see that it's actually doing well, and the music sounds good. I've listened to the music, and it's catchy, like it really is. And I see that you guys have an app. You have an app out as well, too.
Right. The app is free. What I would like to see happen is everybody download that app because it's for Androids and iPhones, and so you download it for free. The music is there. I try and go in every day and write on my blog if I can, or at least once a week, write health blog. And so you can, and all the videos are always free because we have, videos. We have at least 4, maybe 6 videos. And so, but the music is free, the app is free, and the reason all that's free right now is just to get us out. So, but if you find a song and you like it, you can always buy it on iTunes, Amazon, Napster, Rodasky, whatever. You can buy it on any. From anybody that you want to buy it from because we set all that up last year when we started to make the project, so that there's no reason that you don't have access to buy it if you want it. And then, because, like I said, all the money comes from me, you can also donate to us. We're in the process of becoming a non-for-profit, and that hopefully will be done by the end of this year because our goal really is to make a difference in the lives of people all across the world.